Hi guys, I hope you're good since last video. If you are a marketer, you might be interested in this amazing future. OpenAI has released to the public GPT for tasks, but what if you had something like that runnable locally? You would just code the application and the logic and let it work, right? Or make reports for you. Or even if your app logic has a notification system, send an email to you like a good human personal assistant. Here we are going to see what could enable that. Not miss a piece and get your Linux terminal ready. Please like and subscribe and watch to the end. Here is the repository. Web UI, browser use. We will clone the repository. So here we can see that it's based on the Gradio for the web UI. It's supporting almost all the different APIs, even if they're different, like Gemini and OpenAI are not the same. But it's going to be able to accept those and all of the local APIs also, like LM Studio or Oliama. And here you get all the instructions to install it. So I'm going to clone it. I'm going to use this one here so you can see the link. Pause the video to see the link so you can visit this GitHub repository. Here also I just show you how to clone it very quickly because I forgot to do it in my initial video. Here, now we are in the video. So you need to download Google Chrome because you need to be using, let's say, for example, Firefox and to run the server. And in the other side, you will get the agent using that Google Chrome. Here we just install it. You install UV. Here I'm just following the instructions which are in the Git repository. Doesn't mean that it's gonna work, so that's why it's good for you to come to that video and watch it and to not miss any piece of it. So you install UV. UV, it's a very efficient and quick package manager for Python. Create your environment. Always put everything in a virtual environment using Python 3.12. Okay. So in your server, you have Python already. You install UV, and after you just use UV-venv with the Python flag, and you choose the version. And you're just gonna use this command here to activate this virtual environment. So now that the virtual environment is activated, we will be able to install everything in this virtual environment. I'm going to first install all those dependencies. So from the downloaded Git repository. Just pause the video every time you want to use those commands. I have some notes on the right side, but I did some mistakes in those notes, so just follow along. Make sure to change the example and the file. So you need a .env file to have all those environment variables, all those secrets, API keys, different paths. And after that, it says to run playwright install. Please like and subscribe. Let's try to start it for the first time. Because we've been following those instructions. We arrive now to the start the server. So we're gonna run Python 3 web UI.py, we flag the IP with the localhost 127.0.0.1, and we flag the port on port 7788. I believe this can be changed, but I just keep it as a default. I didn't play with that yet. Let's see if it is gonna run. Looks like okay. Share through. So let's go to this URL and see if we will be able to see the web UI, as those instructions completely let's see. Here we go. Yes, it works. We are in. So this is the web UI interface. I'm running it in Firefox, and I leave Chrome for the agent to be able to use it. Maximum run steps are at 100, so you can change that, and at every steps, maximum number of actions this agent will take per step. So here 10 steps, 10 actions per step, which is a lot. Use vision, so this depending on the model that you have. If you have Gemini, for example, you can use that. Use tool calls in content. This might need to be set up. I'm not gonna make it complicated. I'm just gonna I have planned to use first Gemini. So we're gonna find a way to do that. I use OpenAI here, and you see there are some different models. So here Gemini also is set up, and you have those models available already set up. Doesn't mean that you can't tap. You can actually enter a model name if you want to. So here we're going to use the Flash Thinking Exp. Maybe it's better to use the other one, the first one in the list, but here we're just checking. There's a way to have Ollama, for example, also running. So you see down there you have the base URL and you have API keys. You can enter it here, but I'm using environment variables from the .env file. I prefer to use it like that, so that if I want to create an application, I just use python.env to get those environment variables. Okay, so you see you can enter any text, so you can enter any model name. If you're using LM Studio, for example, you would just choose OpenAI and change the environment variable. Use own browser. Use your existing browser instance. Run browser without GUI, so without UI. Headless. Disable security, enable recording. So for the recordings, it depends if you want to enable it or not. I'm going to enable it because I want you to see how it works. Use own browser. It will be using Chrome browser. The recording path, we got it here. That's good. Run the agent. That's where you're going to enter the instructions. Here there is an instruction already as a default. Same as for the other fields. You can delete it and write whatever you want. I'm gonna just enter here a prompt that we will be using for the first big chunk of this video, after having done all the setup, because we need to see if it works directly. You are an expert in marketing and will make some research about carpenters in Boston. Let's make it work like an employee or an assistant. You ask into your assistant to check online on study, make a marketing report about your concurrents. And we'll come up with detailed report from internet sources about competitors. Okay. So here I'm trying to ask as much as I can using the prompt. Doesn't mean that everything is going to be fulfilled. We will see. So making a very advanced, detailed competitor analysis using the 7 P's marketing pillars, which are, you write it in the comment section, product, price, place, and so on. And here additional information that I might be using later on. After that, just copy the prompt, put it on the side. Here you get the results, the video recording if you have a video recording. Okay, and here you get you will get all the different chunks. You can refresh. It's going to be a recording in different chunks, a few minutes. Just close those tabs. And I run the agent. Let's see in the terminal. In the terminal, as expected, it doesn't work. So let's make a little apt update. Let's install Google Chrome stable. So sudo apt install Google Chrome stable. That's the one which is going to work. Install Playwright. Pip install Playwright. Install it again. It's in the environment. Or you can install it like that using UV pip install Playwright. You run the server again. Now we run the agent using the same prompt. I'm just going to refresh the page just to make sure that we got. So here there is custom or original, which is the default. I just put custom. I don't know if it's going to change anything. But here we're going to use the Gemini 2.0 Flash Exp. Okay. Error for the results. Still doesn't work. Browser error. So you can see here I cannot access local variable. So you go into the env file, and you need here to have Chrome path set to Google Chrome stable and Chrome user data to .config Google Chrome. On the top you can put your Google API keys or your Groq API key that we're going to see later on. Please like and subscribe. Let's start the server with Gemini 2.0 Flash Exp experimental and see how it goes. Okay, so now it's ready. We go back in, we open another instance, we use Vision. We don't need this because we didn't set any tool. LLM, Gemini, we got the right model. That's good. We can try the other ones after. Let's go with this one first. Base URL and API key we don't need because Gemini here is already set up. OpenAI You would maybe here put a base URL if you're using LM Studio, for example. Okay, and API keys, kind of API keys, like if you're using Cerebras, for example. And here you can write the name of your custom model. Just to show you quickly how you would do it. We go for Gemini. We use our own browser, which is going to be the Google Chrome stable. Okay, disable security, run, and the results are going to be displayed here. That's what we expect to have. Let's copy and paste our prompt that we had before. It's the same. He's a marketing expert, and it's going to be checking on competitors, making a marketing analysis about those carpenters in Boston. Okay, competitors, yes. Let's add the S, and here, competitors also. Marketing pillars. Let's start the agent task and see. Fast forward it because I put maybe too many steps, 100 steps. Here we are in step 23. Keeps going. We get some logs at the back for this data collected. Now we go to the result tab, model actions. We can see open the tabs, the query, the model sorts, and we can see here the final result. Okay. Possibility to review video recordings. So you can see here results. There is the video showing the browsing sequence. Here it's a 2.2 minutes and 50 seconds video. It's a chunk. And in the recording tab, you will get, I'm just going to refresh, and you see here you get all the different chunks that have been recorded. Try in Gemini 2.0 flash syncing exp from December the 19th. I'm just testing it. This is the first time that I'm running it, this recording. So I'm just trying different ways. We can maybe go down for the max run. I'm going to keep it to 400 for the moment. Choose the right model. That's where the videos are recording in temp records videos. Temp. I'm just going to go through the files here and check. Let's run it, and the page is blank, and you see we have a lot of errors at the back. So the retries are failing. For each step there is 10 different retries, but it doesn't work. As you can see, it's retrying again and again. It doesn't work. So some models are not going to be answering. So I got this issue. Gemini 2.flash syncing exp doesn't work, but this one works. The Gemini 2.0 flash exp. Okay, so that's the one that I got to be to work. And you see it goes. I have added a little additional prompt down there. You can just come back and pause the video. If you arrive in CapCut, it's going to be doing it, but for Yelp it doesn't work. Here are the recording and the results. Okay. So here web UI in the source folder, that's where I am. So when you clone it, I go in the source folder. In the source folder there is a temp folder. In the temp folder there is a record video folder, and that's where you're going to find all the videos. But you can set it here. You can set it if you want to any path. If you don't want to be putting in your server, you can put in an external drive. Okay. Web browser assistant, web UI. Is it the temp? What was it? Temp, TMP. So it's not in the source folder, it's here. Temp, record videos. And here we got all the different chunks that I'm gonna actually delete, because I don't have much space in this computer. Okay, let's fast forward this. It's another run. Just gonna keep going. Now we're gonna try with Groq. Llama 3.3, 70B, which is a very proficient model also. Very interesting. See how it's gonna behave. I can't use the vision, so I'm gonna get rid of it. For sure we're gonna get some errors. So if you use vision, you're gonna get some errors for sure. If you haven't set any tools, you're gonna get some errors. So you get rid of it. We use OpenAI. So here in the environment variables, I use the OpenAI field for the base URL. I just have changed it for the endpoint of Groq. Enable recording. I just disabled the recording. Still have some chunks here. No, I had deleted those. Okay, I have refreshed the page. We go back to OpenAI. Here we need to enter the model, which is Llama 3.370B Versatile. The latest model being able to use tools at Groq. And here we're gonna have those additional informations that we can maybe write. Here we can say, I'm gonna do another search. It's not about carpenters anymore. Only use academic journals. Use only academic journals, as those are reliable sources, and do not use Wikipedia. Okay. As my teacher knows the content of Wikipedia, that is how he is making his courses. We can make it fun, just copying Wikipedia. So the teacher is lazy, is copying Wikipedia. That's how he knows what is in Wikipedia. So we can't use that as a source. We need to use academic journals. And we have to make a research about Genghis Khan, the mystery of Genghis Khan. So let's go with the prompts. So this is your local replacement, free replacement of OpenAI tasks, because this is going to be running your tasks for you. If you have an application and you can code, you can receive notifications with that. You can customize it. It's pretty amazing. I need to gather information about the location where Genghis Khan has been buried, as it is still a mystery. Okay? Make sure to output your findings in a professional reports format using Markdown. And save it in path. I'm just trying. I don't believe that it's going to be saving the report at the pass, but you need to try stuff and you see how it goes. So it gives you more ideas in how you can implement it in your application if it doesn't work here in the playground. So home, Creditizens, web browser assistants, web UI, reports, in this can reports.md. I'm trying to get it at the root directory of the project. Temperature is set at 1. Let's go to .1, 0.1 for the temperature. I don't want it to run for a while, so I'm gonna be going down on the max run steps. It's just gonna run 10 steps. At every step, there will be how many actions? 3 actions. So we'll be able to see it running quick. Let's go. It's gonna open the browser and start working. Google Scholar, that's good. Go into the right Google. Here, it's not fast forwarded, so you'll see how it goes. Also, I've tried to play with it, closing the tabs to see if it's going to be failing. But what it does, it opens a new tab if you close the tab. So I've tried to guide it sometimes by opening a tab and writing a search query to get something coming up on Google. And after I got it to read it, but it doesn't like it, and it's just going to open a new tab, keep going on his search. Okay, so we see at every single link on search, it's going to be outputting the content that is interesting from the page. You can see it in the terminal logs. Funeral and memorial. Task complete. It's been quick. So one here, we can see how it is structured. Summary, action, and here we get the text which is inside. You see it's in a markdown format. There's those titles. It's a small report because we didn't go to the 100 different runs. Whole memory. Here are the results. So this is maybe running in an asynchronous way because it's still buffering and collecting the data. Well, the task is already done. Genghis Khan, the burial according to the academic journal and article. There are several theories and speculation about his final resting place. So the exact location of his burial is still unknown. That's the normal answer of it. Still a mystery. So we choose a subject that we already know about the answer, just to see how it goes with the search, if it's not going to be creating an answer by himself. So you can pause the video if you want to see the report of the internet search. What is interesting with that is that you can counter those hallucinations by getting reliable information through the internet. So if you work in a RAG system, this can be good. And here we get the format that we have asked in the final result, which is as expected markdown format. We get the sources, so some citations, funeral memorial rituals of the medieval Mongol and their underlying worldview by Mr. Yi, and so on. So here you can pause the video if you want to read it. And we can see the different theories and speculations and the conclusions. Okay. So there are 3 different sites. Tavan Tolgoi site in Mongolia, Kenti Mountain in Mongolia, or the Ordos Desert in China. So speculations are about those 3 places. Can is still a mystery. Model sort on the different steps. I've showed you that before. LLM configuration. We have this model running. We could enter it manually. OpenAI here has been chosen, but on the background in the .env file I have changed the endpoint to the Groq endpoint. You can try Ollama. So I tried Ollama, but in this computer the model that I have is Mistral 7B. I don't know if it is not smart enough, but Mistral 7B didn't work. So you might need to download a model that is having those expert agents, mixture of expert agents, but a little bit more performance than Mistral 7B, otherwise not going to work. So here I'm just running the server. I'm trying to get also the model to run. So I'm just checking all the models that I have. I don't have much space in this computer, so I have just one model. I'll run it, but that's how you would do it. So all the process is the same, just get the right model. I think you can get, you can get some models that works. And after here, you're just going to be putting your task description as usual and getting your results. But for me, Ollama didn't work. Okay. I'm just copying this result and put it in here. Groq Yama 70B. This is the result of the new report that we got from it's not, is it Mistral? It's not Mistral, it's Yama 3.3 70B versatile. Okay, that's the report that we got. We have seen that this agent can browse the internet just like you would do it. It is not perfect, but since the beginning of this AI maze, this is quite impressive to have such a thing running locally, thanks to those amazing API, blazing fast inferences, and models. We can have a decent app running locally. Ollama and LM Studio, if you have a good setup, I mean a strong computer, some GPUs would be nice for a fully local option. Now it is you to use your creativity and get this running as an agent tool, for example. Do not forget to draw your logic in a piece of paper or digitally before starting any coding, as now for each piece of your architecture, you can have an AI making it for you. More than a dev, you need to step up as a project manager or someone who overviews the strategy and uses those agents accordingly. link them together. Hope that you liked this video. Please like and subscribe, and see you next time.